The room goes quiet the moment he walks in. Not because he's the loudest. Not because he's the richest. People simply notice him. Now here's the question. Why do some men command attention without saying a word while others spend years trying to impress everyone around them? The answer has nothing to do with luck. It has everything to do with personality. Not the personality you were born with. The personality you build. Most people think attraction starts with looks. It doesn't. Looks may get attention. Personality decides whether people stay. Think about the people you've admired the most. Maybe they weren't the most handsome. Maybe they weren't the funniest. Yet something about them made you want to listen. To trust them. To remember them. That something is what separates ordinary men from unforgettable ones. And almost nobody teaches it. Here's the first truth. An attractive personality begins with emotional stability. Imagine two men facing the same problem. One explodes. Complains. Blames everyone. The other stays calm. He listens. He thinks. Then he acts. Who instantly earns more respect? Life is full of pressure. Pressure doesn't create character. It reveals it. People feel safe around someone who stays composed when everything else falls apart. Calmness isn't weakness. It's controlled strength. And controlled strength is magnetic. Now here's where most men lose without realizing it. They chase approval. They change their opinions to fit the room. They laugh at jokes they don't even find funny. They apologize for taking up space. Little by little, they become invisible. People respect authenticity more than perfection. You don't have to agree with everyone. You don't have to win every argument. You simply have to be honest with yourself. That kind of confidence cannot be copied. It has to be earned. Watch someone who knows who they are. They don't rush. They don't interrupt. They don't constantly explain themselves. Silence doesn't scare them. Because they don't measure their worth by other people's reactions. That silence speaks louder than endless words. Now imagine another scene. Two coworkers enter a meeting. One spends the first 10 minutes talking about himself. The other asks thoughtful questions. He listens carefully. He remembers names. He notices details everyone else ignores. Who do people naturally enjoy working with? People rarely remember every word you say. But they always remember how you made them feel. Real charisma isn't about dominating conversations. It's about making others feel seen. That skill instantly changes every relationship. Whether it's business, friendship, or dating. Here's another mistake that quietly destroys attraction. Reacting to everything. Every message. Every opinion. Every criticism. Every little inconvenience. If someone ignores your text, you panic. If someone disagrees with you, you become defensive. If something doesn't go your way, your mood collapses. That's emotional dependence. And people can sense it immediately. Strong personalities don't need to control every outcome. They focus on controlling themselves. That's where real power begins. Think about the people history remembers. Their greatest strength wasn't perfection. It was resilience. They faced rejection, failure, embarrassment, loss. But they kept moving. Resilience makes people trustworthy. Because everyone knows life gets difficult. People naturally admire those who continue walking forward. Now let's talk about discipline. Not because discipline sounds impressive. Because discipline changes the way people experience you. Imagine promising yourself you'll wake up early. Then actually doing it. Imagine committing to the gym. Then showing up even when motivation disappears. Imagine finishing what you start. Day after day. People notice consistency. Even when they never mention it. Discipline quietly builds credibility. And credibility builds influence. Without discipline, confidence becomes empty words. With discipline, confidence becomes visible evidence. Here's something surprising. Humility is attractive. Not fake humility. Real humility. Confident people don't need to prove they're the smartest person in every room. They keep learning. They admit mistakes. They ask questions. Ironically, that makes others respect them even more. Ego pushes people away. Curiosity pulls them closer. Another habit separates memorable people from forgettable ones. They keep their promises. Small promises. Big promises. It doesn't matter. If they say they'll call, they call. If they say they'll help, they help. Trust grows from repeated actions. Not impressive speeches. Your reputation is built one decision at a time. And people never forget reliability. Let's look at body language. Before you speak, people are already forming opinions. Your posture. Your eye contact. Your pace. Your facial expressions. Everything communicates something. Stand tall. Breathe slowly. Walk with purpose. Don't rush every movement. Confidence often looks slower than insecurity. Not because confident people move less. Because they don't feel the need to prove anything. Here's another overlooked truth. Your environment shapes your personality. Spend enough time around people who complain. Eventually, complaining feels normal. Spend enough time around disciplined people. Your standards begin to rise. The people around you quietly influence your identity. Choose carefully. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your life. And that brings us to boundaries. One of the most attractive qualities any person can develop. Boundaries aren't walls. They're filters. You can be kind without saying yes to everything. You can be respectful without accepting disrespect. People often value what isn't freely available, including your time. Protect it. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Now think about confidence again. Real confidence isn't believing you're better than everyone else. It's believing you'll be okay even if someone doesn't like you. That changes everything. You stop performing. You stop pretending. You stop living for applause. Freedom begins the moment approval stops controlling your decisions. There's another quality that instantly makes someone memorable. Purpose. People are naturally drawn to those who have direction. Not because success is attractive. Because purpose creates energy. You wake up differently when your life has meaning. You speak differently. You carry yourself differently. Your goals influence your presence long before they produce results. Purpose changes the way you enter every room. And finally, remember this. Your personality isn't fixed. It evolves every single day. Every difficult conversation. Every workout. Every book. Every promise you keep. Every challenge you face. Every time you choose growth over comfort. You're building someone new. The most attractive personality isn't loud. It isn't perfect. It isn't built on pretending. It's built on emotional control, integrity, discipline, kindness, resilience, curiosity, purpose. Those qualities never go out of style. They earn trust. They inspire respect. They create genuine confidence. And unlike temporary attention, genuine character keeps growing stronger with time. Years from now, people won't remember the clothes you wore or the trends you followed. They'll remember how you carried yourself, how you treated people, how you handled pressure, and how your presence made others believe they could become better too. Build that kind of personality. Because attention fades. Real character never does.